So, someone managed to, through what seems like a glitch, kill Kyrestia, the leader of Bastion, and this weird animation showed up saying, as the Archon perishes, all life in the zone is wiped out. This, together with us not defeating Denathrius and just imprisoning him in the blade and saying, I am Revendred, this might be a huge implication for the story of how the Eternal Ones might just be more than leaders and are actually the heart of their zones. So, what exactly is going on? Let's take a look at some of the older data that we have already seen. During a quest as you go through Revendred, the accuser tells Denathrius that he is failing his charge and that he defies the will of Revendred. In turn, he is just completely shocked and says, defy Revendred, I am Revendred. Now, most of us saw that as a figure of speech, as someone would say this as the big boss, I am this, as he is the leader of Revendred. But what if he really meant this literally and he really is Revendred? We know for a fact that he created a Vantir and that he's much older and different than this race that he created from the souls of the new arrivals, so he is this ancient being. The realms so far don't seem to be completely equal, but they do share a pretty common theme. All these realms that we have seen, and keep in mind, the realms that you go to, Bastion, Revendred, they're just one of the many realms of the Shadowlands that we can't even go to. All of them are ruled by Eternal Ones, which are a part of the Pantheon, and they all serve their own purpose. However, some are different. Maldraxxus, in particular, is said to be created by the First Ones, but for example, we know that the Winter Queen created Ardenweald, and I'm guessing other realms are the same, with Denathrius saying that he is Revendred. Additionally, Bastion is ruled by Kyrestia the Firstborne. He here is Firstborn. She is said to be the leader of the Kyrians, and the Kyrians also seem to be named after her, Kyrestia Kyrians. Now, whether she created the realm, we don't know exactly, but she seems to be incredibly tied to its origin and the beginnings of the realm. This brings us to this new glitch, the matter at hand and the topic of the video. So in the dungeon, during the fight against Devos, Kyrestia is present. Someone managed to essentially exploit a glitch and get his minion to attack her, and after a long time she was defeated and actually died. Not only did she have a specific animation and this very weird dead sound, but the game itself says directly on the screen and in the chat, as the Archon perishes, all life in the zone is wiped out. This brings us to Speculation City, essentially. First off, the way it is written really sounds like a placeholder type thing, sort of what you would see in the World of Warcraft Alpha or Beta. The zone is wiped out, especially the term zone. You wouldn't really use that in a lore perspective. You would usually say this realm or something around that. Many speculate that this might be a scrapped feature that Blizzard just forgot to remove and edit out, or it is something that we were meant to see much later on and someone messed up in the development team. For example, maybe this was a mythical dungeon feature, or that the Archon was supposed to be healed, and if she died, this would mean dire consequences, and Blizzard figured out that this would mess up the story as a part of a simple game mechanic, so they just scrapped it out. But they may have forgotten to wipe this out, as they didn't expect people to be able to kill her before you were supposed to do so. Game features or not, this to me is a huge implication for the lore and the story progression. Since Blizzard added this line specifically, I'm guessing if it was just a glitch, it wouldn't really say anything, she would just die. But why did they write this exactly? Was Kyrestia meant to be killed during some later time in the expansion? To me, this seems very likely, as the Archon perishes, all life in the zone is wiped out. Why? Why is it wiped out? Isn't she just a leader of Bastion? Shouldn't someone else just take over? The way this is written implies that not only is she the leader, but she is literally the heart of the zone, and that she is empowering Bastion completely and is literally what is holding it together. This also brings us to the other Eternal Ones. Why didn't we kill Denathrius at the end of Castle Nathria and instead we just imprisoned him within the blade? Wouldn't it just be easier to get rid of him completely, as he's obviously working for the jailer? I'm guessing this might be the case and that the Vantir knew this as well. If we kill Denathrius, this might be the end of Revendred as we know it, as after all, he says that he is Revendred. This also brings us to Primus, and people might say if he is dead, why is Maldraxxus still around? But there are two good counter-arguments. First off, he isn't dead, he is officially missing and is more than likely just imprisoned as the rune carver, and some even speculate that he was trapped in that blade that you wielded around when you first quested Maldraxxus, but that is a topic for another video. Second, Maldraxxus is a specific realm that is stated to have been created by the First Ones directly and not Primus, which I feel like is gonna be a crucial bit of information for the future. Additionally, it also brings us to the jailer. This might just be one more hint that the Maw is the original state of things and how that is supposed to work, and someone put these Eternal Ones in place, and if they're defeated, their zones would completely disappear. If not, it could also imply why they didn't just simply kill Zoal and instead they imprisoned him, as that might also mean dire consequences for the Shadow. So this little glitch might end up just being nothing and just a random line that Blizzard forgot to remove, but to me, honestly, it just seems very specific, and I don't see why Blizzard would write this for no reason whatsoever. It could be nothing, but I feel like this story around the Eternal Ones and their connection to the realms is going to be a crucial bit of the future of the expansion. Thank you for watching. Check out my thoughts on the Titan influence in the Shadowlands, and also check out Doronsmovies Academy for videos on real-world history and science. See you next time.